Hey there guys, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to give you a few steps you should have completed before the DLC comes out next week. Don't worry, there's still plenty of time to get all of these steps completed and none of them are too difficult. I've had to think for quite a while about the most important things I need to do before the DLC comes out, and so I thought during all my travels and adventures it would be best to share what I've come up with you all. Anyway, without making this intro way too long, let's get right into step 1. So step 1 is the preliminary step. I would guarantee that most of you have probably been through step 1 and have already completed at least most of it. Basically, the bulk of step 1 is to make sure that you've finished all major quests and the post-game being in Area 0. That means that you've got to run through all 18 badges and the post-game, make sure it's completely said and done, as the DLC is an extension of Area 0 as we're being told. Going hand in hand with completing all of the major quests is completing your Pokédex. Make sure it's at 100% completion and you've been able to trade with your friends and get Koraidon, Miraidon and all the legendaries registered before starting the next journey. Something I feel a lot of people may not have done is that you should probably also go to class and make sure to finish every personality quest found within the classrooms and the friends' dormitories. These are pretty instrumental, at least to DLC 2, as the teachers and classmates can be traded with and may reward you with special items or Pokémon. So it's best to get them done and out of the way just in case there is any Easter eggs or activities that you can do with them in DLC 1. Step 2 is a step that I've been doing ever since I heard about the DLC, and that itself is setting up good Pokémon. It's always a really good idea to have a couple of false swipers in the party just for when a surprise shiny shows up, or there's a particularly high level legendary that needs to be captured. I run both Breloom with Spore and False Swipe, and some stab attacks being Grass and Fighting to make sure I get optimal damage, and I also run my Gallade, which has False Swipe and Thunder Wave, just for where Spore can't be used or Breloom gets knocked out. The rest of my party consists of strong Pokemon. I don't normally battle with them, they are there to take the hits in case I need to revive my catchers, or a Pokemon is taking so long to get caught I can use them as a buffer while I throw as many balls as possible. I think, particularly with DLC 1, since there's at least 4 legendary Pokemon to catch, it makes a lot of sense to have a strong team and at least 2 catchers, with a Thunder Wave and a Sleep move, maybe Hypnosis on a Gallade as well, just in case. On the topic of stocking up on plenty of strong Pokemon, and at the prospect of throwing plenty of Pokeballs at the new legendaries, it's a good idea within step 3 to stock up on plenty of items, as it's essential to the success of any shiny hunt or story mission. That's why if you're looking to have some Balls, it's best to visit the market in the west part of the map. Here you can stock up on rare Pokeballs and items to your heart's content, before next week especially. Likewise, for me at least, it's a main focus to get as much EXP and rare candies as I possibly can. This means that new Pokemon I find could be evolved or boosted very quickly without any hassle, and so I can keep enjoying the DLC without having to stop and farm chances or raids. Along the same lines are mints and ability capsules and patches, which are perfect for swapping out bad natures and abilities, kinda like my Breloom in the last video. Where you've got any spares or a massive excess of these items, you should try and sell them off, like with the treasured items, so that you can afford as many new items as possible when the DLC comes out, like the item that may be used to evolve Diplin or Poltergeist. Storing up money and EXP items is something I'll be doing all of this weekend and most of next week, just to make sure I'm ready for anything when the DLC does drop. And with that, I'm on to the final step that you should make sure you complete before the DLC comes out. As you probably saw in the trailer for DLC Part 1, Diplin has a new evolution called Diplin. But why is this important? See, Diplin is already in the game, and much like its current evolutions, I would bet Diplin evolves through the use of an item only found in the DLC area. So, it's essential to get a shiny Diplin for when that moment does come. And that's what we're away to do now. I headed over to Tag Tree Thicket, over to a tree in the back corner. Diplin spawns in the branches above, and if you make sure to encounter it with your Miraidon or Koraidon and make a Dragon Boost sandwich, you can just KO as many of them to your heart's content until a green one is sitting in the tree. It's an extremely easy hunt that you can leave on in the background, as Miraidon won't KO the shiny, and it will just run back to you when it is there and when the hunt is complete. All you have to do is look at the screen every few minutes and survey the area. If you wait long enough, you'll see one of these little green apples in the branches above. It only took me one sandwich to get mine, and I decided he looked best in a friend ball that I got from the market in step 3. I do need an Diplin for my living decks, and so even if Diplin is not a green shiny like the other two, I can just keep this one and easily get another Diplin later on. After a quick false swipe from Breloom, I had my Diplin caught and ready to use in DLC Part 1. Thanks to all of my EXP candy, mints and money that I've been storing up, my Diplin should have the best moveset, nature and ability from day 1. But anyway guys, those are my steps for gearing up for the DLC next week. If any of you have any suggestions at all or things I might have missed, please let me know down in the comments below. Anyways, I hope you've had a lovely day and I will see you all next time when the DLC does come out.